Hi guys, welcome back. I can't even stress how many times I've said that. This is like the third time I've come to record this video because I just feel like I'm waffling. But yeah, I'm actually really happy that I can come and talk about my condition. I don't think I've ever spoken about it openly like that. Like I've told people I have back problems, but I never tell people who are gone. Even the other day my friend was like, "You have scoliosis?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Raw." I was like, yeah. So it's one of them ones, like it just I don't know, I'm very protective of myself, so certain things I just get scared to talk about. But PSA, my room is very hot and I sweat a lot because I have my dad's genes. So when you see me sweating, please don't judge me. So it's normal. I hate it so much, but like, yeah. So it's not that I don't know what's wrong with me, but I really forget things, so I write things down a lot. So yeah, um, I have congenital scoliosis, meaning I was born with it. Um, well, technically, yeah, I have kyphoscoliosis. So essentially, I have two curvatures, two types of spine curvatures. So kyphosis is where the upper part of the back is rounded and like, so essentially you lean forward, kind of like, yeah. And scoliosis is a sideways curvature, and I know that it can take like, I don't want to say pathways, what's the word, different forms of curve. So like I know you can have it curved in both ways, it can be twisted, it can be one way, other way, and I don't know the names of them, so I don't even know which one I have. I just know that I have kyphoscoliosis. I don't even think I was born with the kyphosis though. I think that developed, or they only detected it as I got older, because they only used to tell me I had scoliosis until I got to like, when did I realize that I had kyphosis? I don't remember, but I think that developed as I was older, but I know I was definitely born with scoliosis. So yeah, when I was younger, it's so funny because it's not funny. It's not funny. But the doctors told my parents that I wouldn't be able to walk, and you see my good dear. Hey, I'm walking, running, jumping, skipping. I'm doing a lot, and that's only good, you know. Like when I say miracles are real, I cannot come and scream this enough, because the fact that I shouldn't even be alive. You know, sometimes yeah, I actually sit and deep. When I'm in my misery or my lowest points, it's good for me to sometimes reflect on what God has done. As in, I was born with something called Vactoral Association, and each letter stands for like, I don't know what it stands for, but it stands for some form of defect. So I was born with, so Vactal Association or syndrome, as I've heard it's been called, like, is when a baby is born with like several different birth defects in like different parts of the body. So I have a heart condition, I have a spine condition. I was born with something called imperforated anus. I have so many different things wrong with me. It's not even a joke, but I laugh about it because it makes it feel better instead of crying about it. If you don't laugh, you'll go mad. Hey, so yeah, to think that I was born with all those things and I'm still standing and living, it's only God that I serve. But as I was saying, I wasn't supposed to walk, and like even when I go to my great aunt's house, she's always telling me, "Oh my gosh, I remember when Tanisha first started walking." Every time I tell her my age, she gets in shock. She's like, "You're that old? I remember when you first started walking." And in my head, I get emotional because I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, like I wasn't supposed to walk." But anywho, I digress. So when I was like 3, I had surgery to fuse my lower spine. I don't really know what the surgery's called. I'm gonna just call it spinal fusion surgery. And I think the lower part of the spine is called the lumbar, innit? I'm talking to you like you can talk back, but I feel like the lower part of your spine is called the lumbar as far as I'm concerned, and that's the part of my spine that was fused. And I remember I had to actually wear a back brace. I don't know how long for, but yeah, I had to wear a back brace. I think I was around 3 years old because I remember going to nursery. Yeah, I'm gonna say I was 3 years old because I remember going to nursery. And yeah, growing up, I think the biggest thing from kyphoscoliosis has always been the pain. Like, I have good days, I have bad days, medium days, okayish days. A good day would be I can walk for however long I want to. Like the other day, I went strolling with my friend for like 2 hours through the park. I was fine. Like, bruh, I was fine. Like, until I sat down. Actually, when I sat down, I think I felt it a little, but I was calm. But on any other day, if it was a bad day, what's even 10 minutes? 10 minutes, I would be crying. My back would be in agony. There are days where if I sit down for too long, I'll start crying. If I stand up for too long, it will just be too stressful. I think even at night times. So I sleep with 6 pillows on my bed because I kind of have to put myself at a slant. So I raise my lower body up so it's more comfortable to sleep, and I literally pray that I don't wake up in the morning with pain, because night times can be so painful. Like I can wake up and I'd have to reposition myself because the pillows have moved. I sleep like a mad woman, so the pillows have moved, everything's moved, so it's just, oh, it's not fair sometimes. But to combat the pain, I've had to do physiotherapy and stuff, and I think doctors have always recommended swimming, so I used to go swimming when I was younger. Obviously now that's not really an option because corona, but so it's a bit mad how much pain can affect you. I know there's some people that, so with their kyphosis, it's so bad, like, oh, I wish I had, oh, please go and research after this to see pictures, because some people, their back is literally all the way forward, or like the way their spine is shifted, like your spine, or basically your spine can even twist. So the way their body is formed, it's like some of them can't even move or function, or the pain that they would be in is excessive. I don't even think I could imagine like the pain I cry about versus the pain that they cry about. I can't even comprehend right now. But yeah, like, please go and research so you can understand, because I'm just talking from my point, because there's worse cases than mine. But yeah, and yeah, what I say my condition limits me. So as I said, like, yeah, walking sometimes, sleeping, lifting things, just daily life, like just fun times, like Amber going Fort Park and that with friends and that. Obviously, because I also have a heart condition. So you're seeing on, before you even get on the ride, it says if you have a spine condition or a heart condition, this ride is not made for you. And I'm just like, oh, like I've been on roller coasters, you know. When I was younger, I went Disney World, and I know I went on roller coasters, but I feel like as I've gotten older, it's kind of like I limit myself, but only because I've become more aware, more conscious, and more cautious. So it's like I don't want to put myself at any risk, especially now that I am an adult. My body ain't gonna heal as quick as it would when I was younger. So it's like I need to take precautions for myself. And also having a heart condition, that one there, I ain't messing with it at all. So I am limited or restricted. Even growing up, like just other activities like PE could just never be me. Because I remember trampolining, like seeing people do flips and tricks and all this. I remember I tried one time, I was like I can't come and kill myself. Literally, I was like, no. There were so many things that growing up I could never do. And sometimes it wouldn't even be me saying no. It would be my parents telling teachers, "No, sorry, she can't do that," or teachers telling me, "No, sorry, you can't do that." And obviously, as a young child, you're thinking, why? Like, the conditions is just in the background. As far as I was concerned, I was a child, so I was just thinking, how comes everyone else can and I can't? But as I've got older, as I said, I've become more aware and more cautious of things. So I am limited, but I'm not as limited as others. But yeah, I feel like if I push myself sometimes and come out of my limited mindset, maybe I can do more. But my limited mindset and my condition as a whole definitely feeds into some self-esteem issues, insecurities. I will not come and sit on this camera and tell you guys I love my body. Oh my gosh, because God has blessed me and given me miracles that I can walk. No, I hate my body. I hate it. So first of all, because of my curvature, what's this thing? My right hip looks like a boulder on my body. Like it just sticks out, and I hate it so much. Like I look in the mirror sometimes and I just think, so I could have an hourglass figure, not like. I even fat, you know, like I actually could have a nice body. This is what gets on my nerves. Like I really could, but the boulder is just there, and I hate it. Like that's what it's it really stresses me out. And then I see, so I don't know if you guys can see, but this shoulder is essentially higher than that one because I think I curved to that side. So yeah, I definitely lean on that side because when I'm standing, all of my weight is like, if you look at my thighs, this thigh is bigger than that thigh because all of my weight is genuinely, like when I stand, I put all of it onto my left leg. So that's another thing. but my body is so asymmetrical that it just it really stresses me out sometimes, because I'm just like, I just hate it. Like, even wearing clothes, I always wear baggy clothes, or I wear jackets, or something that I know will hide it. And even if I do try to wear certain things, I'm telling you now, I will walk around and I'll feel a certain way. Like, I'll put a bag over my shoulder, or I'll make my hair like long. Like, when I do my hair, I'll make sure it's long so it can cover it, so I can wear certain things and feel like, yeah. I was even talking to my friend the other day. Like, I remember back in days when summer used to be so hot, I would be wearing a coat. People would be like, "Sissy, why are you wearing a coat?" I wouldn't tell them. I'd just be like, "No, no, no, I'm not hot like that." Bearing in mind, I'm sweating. I really am. Look at me now. Like, I'm hot, but I just can't have myself exposed. I remember one time I went to church, yeah, a different church, and this lady, and she had scoliosis too, and she was like, she came up to me and my family after church, and she was like, "You have scoliosis, don't you?" And I was thinking, oh my gosh, imagine how many other people saw that. Imagine how many other people saw my figure or my disfigurement or whatever. Like, and I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I hate this. Even growing up, I think I was always really observant. Like, in school, things just as sitting on the carpet. People could literally sit on the carpet with their legs stretched out, spine straight, and I'm thinking, I can't do that. I have to lean on something in order for my legs to be stretched out, or I would have to sit like cross-legged or something, because I generally can't support, my back can't support itself like that. So it was that in itself. Even in PE, when they'll be like, "Oh yeah, everyone touch your toes," I'm thinking, why can't I touch my toes? Like, bearing in mind my lower back is fused, so obviously I can't touch my toes. But I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking everyone else can touch their toes and I can't. I wonder if anyone's gonna laugh at me. It's just small things like that as I've grown older, that have just played a part. Obviously growing up, I think I've mentioned this before, like in like blogs and stuff, I was called disabled girl, sideways girl, which really conflicted me, because there's one thing that I do. So essentially, when I meet people or something, I like to point out my flaws, or what I think are my flaws, before anyone else can get there, because I'm so used to being bullied and picked on. It's just an instant protective measure. So I'll be like, yeah, I have a back condition. So can you see that I go sideways? And people will be like, no, like I can't see, like until you said it, I just didn't see it. So I'm thinking, so there's people that I've never even told that I have a condition coming to scream at me and tell me I'm disabled girl, sideways girl. So who's telling the truth? Can you not see it, or can you not see it? And I'm just there like, oh my gosh, people can see me. I really like to protect myself. I don't like people knowing things about me or pointing things out about me. I don't like people seeing things that I hate about myself. Like, I just like to be in the shadows. So when people are now coming to tell me sideways girl, disabled girl, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like this must run through everyone else's head. And it's literally something that's always played in my mind. Even in uni, like in uni I had such a wonderful support system, wonderful friends. Sixth form I had wonderful friends, but sideways girl was always in my head, and it would always play again and again and again in my head, like, oh my gosh, can everyone else see it? Can everyone else? Like, I'm telling you now, I can wear the best dress, I can look the best that I think I look, and then suddenly I'll be like, oh, sideways girl, bolder girl. Even growing up, like clothes, I know my parents didn't do it spitefully, but it's like, oh, think she can't wear that because your hips showing. She shouldn't do this because your hips showing. And I'm thinking, So now even even that has become a thing for me. Like, I wear certain things and I'm like, no, my hips showing, not buying it, dashing it, whatever. I literally buy clothes that are like, what, 2 sizes up from what I need, because it's just horrible. Like, I hate it. I've always wanted that hourglass figure. I think I said that already. And it's just like, so I remember first year, me and my friend used to bang gym in first year uni, and I lost weight. And I was so happy until, again, I looked in the mirror and I was just like, everything about me has just become more prominent. So it's like, why do I even bother to lose weight? Obviously, weight actually plays a big toll on my health, because the more weight I have, the more pressure it puts on my back. So I actually have to keep my weight down. So there was a point. But physically, I was just thinking that, what's the point? Like, I don't get it, because I'm not getting that hourglass figure that I want. So I was really stressed there. And then another thing that stresses me out is my height. I don't really talk about this with people either. Like, it's not that I hate being short, but everyone's always like, how comes your dad's so tall? How comes your mum's this height and da 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 da, but you're so short? And I don't know if my kyphoscoliosis plays into it, but I have a big idea that because I have big feet and big hands, so there's no way, and long legs, so there's no way that I wasn't supposed to be tall, you know. There's no way. I know I was. So I think to myself, has it restricted my growth? Because obviously your spine, so it must have restricted my growth. So when people come to tell me every day you're short, obviously I'm laughing it off. But sometimes when I sit down and deep, wow, I'm short because of this. It's just like, people need to shut up, leave me alone. Like, just let me live. Honestly, I think when I was 18, my dad must have asked the doctor about surgery, and because there is surgery available, I know some celebs have had it, and it's actually corrected their condition or helped their condition. I met another lady who's had it, but she said it just put her in more pain. But she was an adult, see, and the celebs I know, they've had it, not that I know, but the celebs whose stories I've read, they've had it when they were younger. And the doctor, that's essentially what the doctor said to me. He was like, because you're older, you're at greater risk of being paralyzed. So we don't want to take that chance and give you the surgery and essentially have you in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. So it's one of those things where I've just had to firm it. But I also have to be thankful to God that I am walking, I am running, doing what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? I've been to uni, I've conquered things that doctors said I would never. I'm not supposed to be breathing, I'm not supposed to be alive. So I think on one hand, even though I hate it, I still have to be grateful and embrace it, because it's something that I can't control. It's something I was born with. And I think that's the hardest thing, is because I know I don't have control over it. And if you know me, you know I hate not having control over things. I hate uncertainty. I hate not knowing things. So not having control over what my body looks like, it really, really, really stresses me out some days, and it gives me really bad anxiety. So yeah, my condition definitely does play into my mental health as well. But yeah, but I don't know. Even though I'm saying I need to embrace it, I don't got no comments on that. As I've said, there have been days where I have cried. And I mean, whoa, what happened there? And I mean, seriously cried about what is wrong with me. I can't even put it into words. There are days where I despise myself, don't want to move, especially when I'm in pain. I think that's when it hits the most. When I'm in pain and I'm crying and I'm thinking, what is going on? Like, this cannot be fair. Especially when I physically cannot move. I physically can't pick myself up. It's so mad. Like, I don't know. I just feel like if you have scoliosis or any like spine condition, because I know there's more than kyphosis, scoliosis, there's other ones that I can't even name. You're literally so strong, because it does take a toll on you physically and mentally. As I said, it's something you can't control. The pain it causes, the headache it causes, being in and out of hospital, surgeries, back braces, everything. It's not easy at all. But I think having a support system around you is the biggest thing. If you know someone that has scoliosis, honestly, like, there are certain things you should just never say, like sit up straight, all this nonsense, just don't say it. But like, just be patient. I think talking to people and having these conversations is important, because I've never actually spoken to people about it. As I said, like, I don't know why. I just don't talk to people about it. I don't like to be a burden. I think that's my biggest thing. I think that's my thing with everything. My mental health, my physical health, my heart health, my spine, everything. Like, I don't like to talk to people because I hate being a burden. But I find like when I do talk to people, it makes everything easier in some situations. I still hate talking to people. But when I do find myself talking to people, it can alleviate some of my stress. So having those places to talk, having places where you can discuss your insecurities, where you can just be open about what you have, I think it makes it all the more easier. Having supportive doctors. I think growing up, I went to Great Ormond Street Hospital and they were just amazing. So having that too, people that just genuinely understand what is going on or can sympathize. Actually, no, I don't like sympathy, but other people do. So people that can sympathize and empathize, great. But yeah, I don't know how to end this video, but I really am happy that I got the chance to just chat and lay it all out, because I think that's why I have this channel, to just chat and lay it all out. I don't really care who watches at this point, but I am grateful for those of you that do watch, and thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, and and subscribe and share, and go and research about scoliosis, kyphosis, and the other ones that I can't remember their names. But yeah, thank you for watching my video, guys.